I think I was involved, not in INSTEP at that time. It was previously known as ILPP, Institute Latihan Petroleum Petronas. And this was during my formative years. I think this is, in fact, the first few months that I joined the company. I was part of the team responsible to organize the operating and maintenance staff for the gas plant that we were designing and constructing at that point in time. So that was my involvement with ILPP at that time. But apart from my involvement, I think the formation of ILPP leading to INSTEP is when Petronas was really expanding the business. It was in the early 80s. We had at that time oil producing Duyung in Terengganu and of course MLNG in East Malaysia. And during this time, there was a very big need for skilled manpower to man the facilities that we were building. So it was kind of a rush. It was kind of a rush to have people trained to operate these facilities. And actually, that was the emphasis, that was the task that was given to ILPP then to prepare these operators and the maintenance crew. So that was my very early involvement in INSTEP back in the early 80s. I think the evolution of INSTEP has always been very credible. I think for a start, it was meant to serve the needs of Petronas. And I think this is a very important business requirement for Petronas. And I think later on, over the years, I think INSTEP reached out to several partners, to some of our contractors, reach out to some other training institutes as well. And when Petronas embarked on its international business expansion, I think INSTEP also played a role in terms of meeting Petronas' needs overseas. And I think that opened up a new corridor for INSTEP, I think, to be exposed to international businesses. And I think today you see that INSTEP on their own has also secured business contracts, training for entirely third parties. So I think that evolution is important, and I think that agility for INSTEP to evolve over the years is also very important moving forward. Crafting the statement of purpose was a real challenge for the team that was doing it. I think our challenge at that time was how to connect every part of the group so that they can be emotionally attached to this statement of purpose. So that was a real challenge. And I'm thankful that Petronas came up with these 12 words, a string of 12 words that by and large every Petronas staff could connect to. And INSTEP is no different. So I know INSTEP has got their winning aspirations, the value proposition, and if you look at this statement of purpose, a few Petronas statement of purpose, I think there are a few things that I think INSTEP can really connect and lean on. I think to be progressive, I think that's important for INSTEP and every part of the group. To be a solutions partner, I think that's also can be easily connected to INSTEP because INSTEP does provide solutions. Enriching lives, in this case, the energy workforce for the energy industry and sustainable future. So I think all these are very closely related to the business model and to the aspirations of INSTEP going forward. Yeah, I think if you imagine Petronas without INSTEP, that means without ILPP since the mid-80s, it's quite interesting actually, to train more than 100 over 1,000 of our staff, how much investment that would have leaked out of the group in terms of training. I think that's one. I think it's also, only we know our specific requirements. It'd be very difficult for third-party trainers to really know what actually we need. And also the fact, I always believe, the people, our staff that turn the valves, our staff that start up the pumps, our staff that maintain the turbines, they are actually the staff that's really making money for the company. So, this investment is very essential. And I think, like I said, the biggest contribution of INSTEP to the group is actually to have a steady supply of the required skill sets to run its operation. I also would like to take this opportunity to wish INSTEP happy 40th anniversary. It is indeed a milestone for the organization, and I'm sure there'll be interesting years ahead of us.